Hello everyone, welcome to another top 3 video. Today we're going to talk all about the top 3 Grey Knight relics from the new codex. If you haven't already guys, hit that subscribe button and notifications bell in the corner there so you know each time I release one of these videos. And if you really enjoy the content and you want meta-analysis on what's winning tournaments right now and why they're winning tournaments, breakdowns of tournament lists and stuff like that, or if you would just like to support the channel, or if you'd like great discounts off our web store, then head over to glasshammergaming.co.uk and join the elite. Right, let's jump straight into it then. So I had a look through the new Grey Knight Codex, and I think it's really fun. Some of the stuff they can do is awesome. They got some cool combos. And today we're going to talk all about what the best 3 relics are. So these are the best 3 relics in my opinion. In at number 3, I've got the Artisan Nullifier Matrix. Now, this wasn't going to make my list. Let me tell you what it does first. So Grey Knight units, first of all, you can only take this relic on a Librarian. And Grey Knight Psyker units within 9 inches of the Librarian do not suffer perils of the warp. So if they roll a double 1 or they roll a double 6, normally they would suffer perils of the warp. They ignore that basically. Now this wasn't going to make my list because I was like, your Librarian's going to be following them around, this, that, and the other. But then I played a battle report with them. So the battle report has just gone up yesterday as well, guys. So if you haven't watched that, go back and watch that on the channel. But yeah, so I used it, and the Librarian, he was moving up, like, in a bubble with stuff. So I was like, he is around them quite a lot of the time, actually. So I actually altered this list to put that in the top 3 because it's key. Now, it didn't matter too much in the battle report, but I've played a couple of games with them now. And, quite often, like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 times sometimes in a game, I have perils. When you've got so many units, you're bound to. When you're casting 10, 11 powers a turn, you go into perils 3, 4 times in a game. Now, it has happened to me, and I was like, oh, okay, that's potentially saved me 3, and that one, and that one, and that one. You're going, right, that's potentially saved me like 12 mortal wounds of damage on my own guys, which, let's face it, you don't want that going through on elite models like you have in a Grey Knight army. So I think stopping everybody perils within 9 inches of your Psyker is amazing. So that's definitely number 3 on my list. In at number 2, I've got the Sigil of Exigence. This one's pretty cool. Once per battle, in your opponent's shooting phase, when selected as a target for a ranged attack, you can remove this model from the board and then set them back up anywhere on the board that's 9 inches away from enemy models. It's really cool because it lets you play for tricksy stuff. So there's a Warlord trait where if you do mortal wounds to units in the psychic phase with one of your characters, then they take an additional mortal wound. So it's the kind of thing that you could do where you could send a Librarian in there with this relic. He could do loads and loads and loads of mortal wounds. Then when your opponent tries to shoot him, he just gets picked up and put somewhere else on the board. So I think it's really good because it gives you another level of play, like another avenue of doing some damage and then tricksying your way out of there. So I'm a big fan of like using tricks like that put your opponent off as well. And quite often, so the thing is as well, if you pick that model up and you put it back down on the board and it's no longer a viable target for the unit that declared it, they can redeclare all of their shots. But what I think is pretty cool about it is people will like move their units in a way where they get ready to shoot him specifically, and then you pick him up and put him somewhere else, and they're like, oh, I'm out of place now, I can't really see anything else. So it could throw people off like that and waste some of their firepower. So I'm a big fan of that, and that's why that's number 2 for me. In at number 1, I've got the Soul Glaive. I think it's awesome because it gives you a smash-like character. If you put it on a Grandmaster, and like just a Grandmaster in Terminator armor, you give him a Force Halberd, and it replaces the Halberd. It's Strength +2, AP -3, and flat 2 damage. So it makes him Strength 6. Strength 6, -3 AP, flat 2 damage. And you think, oh, okay, that's fine, nothing too special about that. But the other ability of this Relic Halberd is that each time an attack is made with this weapon, you can reroll the hit roll and you can reroll the wound roll. So he's hitting on 2s with full rerolls, and then he's Strength 6 with full rerolls to wound, -3, flat 2 damage. That increases efficiency on a crazy level. And I think it's quite important to have a couple of smash characters in your army among your squads, because they can, defend your purgation teams and stuff like that. I think it's key for doing stuff like that. But also you can combo that relic, and you can also give that character the Hammer of Righteousness Warlord trait. So that gives him +1 to wound when he charges, gets charged, or heroically intervenes. So then all of a sudden he's hitting on 2s with rerolls, and then he's strength 6 with +1 to wound and full rerolls to wound, -3 and flat 2 damage. So he is going to be a beat stick of a character. Now, guys, those are my top 3 relics. If you guys have any that have been working especially well for you, please leave them in the comments below for everybody to share. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, notifications bell in the corner over there, so you know each time I release one of these videos. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. There's more to come this weekend, so I hope you enjoy them too. And I'll be back next week with more videos. Bye, guys.